What, Norris? What? I'm reading from Sammy Rambles and the Floating Circus, okay? And it's about dragons and knights and stuff. And I don't have a knight's helmet. So I'm using one of these and you can use your imagination. And I don't have a knight's what's it doodah thingy, so you can use your imagination on that as well. Can't have this, no? Because you are no fun. You are no fun at all. Tell you what, how about a bow and arrow? Yeah, we can have a bow and arrow, can't we? Well, it's what everyone's using now. It's the 21st century. Not appropriate. Not appropriate. Give you not appropriate. There we go. How about big bow and arrows? Arrows with feathers and everything, Norris. No? Do you know what? You're just no fun at all, are you? Oh, what, there's no knights now? Fine. There's no knights. Okay, but we have got dragons, yes? Good. Well, then maybe I will just breathe some fire. Shocked you, didn't it? There, well, we'll have some fire. Fine. Good. Oh, they're in a posh school, are they? They're in a big, unusual school, are they? Right, fine. I then will be a professor. Okay. Can I get on and read now? Thank you so much. What are you doing here, Margaret? Demanded Professor Burleigh. This is an extra astronomics lesson, nothing to do with gemology. Dearie me, came Dr. Litherman's rasping reply. I don't do rasping, okay. I must have the wrong room. No, said Professor Burleigh. You are here for a purpose. On a night like tonight, I'd be careful. The stars. Dr. Litherman laughed coldly. Cold, Norris, cold. You pay too much attention to the stars, Professor Burleigh. It's the stones. She cast a long look at the dragons in their boxes. It's the stones that have the answers. Get out! Snapped Professor Burleigh. I know how he feels, Norris. There aren't any stones here, just 4 students and their dragons catching up on extra study. So I see, said Dr. Litherman. Yet this one, she pointed at Darius's dragon. He looks a little bit worse for wear. Sammy craned his neck over Amos's shoulder as Dr. Litherman tapped the side of the shoebox. An orange spark flew from the end of her staff and landed on the navy dragon. Navy. What sort of colour for a dragon is navy? No! Shrieked Darius, running to the table, pursued by Sammy, Dixie and Amos. You've killed him! Dr. Litherman laughed. Like that again. You've been listening to that Rambles boy. Look, your dragon is alive and well. He can see with both eyes now. Sammy peered cautiously into the shoebox. He couldn't see any eyes, let alone 2 black ones. Darius prodded his dragon gently with his forefinger. 2 black bead eyes rolled from under the navy belly and blinked. You said, Darius gasped, you could see! In reply, Nelson stuck out a pale pink forked tongue and licked Darius's finger. Fork like that. Fork. And like in the throat. Just trying to tell people what a forked tongue is like. Don't help anybody, do you? Thank you, said Darius. I mean it. Thank you so much. No need to thank me, said Dr. Litherman coolly. Coolly, colder than cold. I'm glad he's well. She turned on her heels, can't do the heels. I can't walk on them, so I don't have any to do that with, and marched out of the classroom.
OK, everyone, the fun's over, said Professor Burleigh. Come back inside, please. Sammy took one last look through the telescope. He had come out to check the stars while Darius thanked Dr. Litherman. Almost as he had expected, the stars in the Dragonma's constellation were still, no longer circling the white star. Sammy, Professor Burleigh stuck his head through the open doorway. Come back inside, please. But they've stopped, said Sammy. Sure, Professor Burleigh would want to look. Professor Burleigh nodded. I know, he whispered. Come back inside, please. Sammy reluctantly left the telescope and sat down with the others. Carillon seemed to be staring at him. And Sammy gently stroked his back, noticing the smoothness of the soft dragon skin. It's funny. Wouldn't have thought of a dragon skin being smooth. Wasn't it? Sure it would be smooth. Professor Burleigh stood in front of Darius and frowned. What happened in gemology? Dr. Litherman seems to think you have a conspiracy against her. Amos shrugged. I wasn't in gemology. I had my progress meeting with you. Darius, what did Dr. Litherman mean when she thought you'd been listening to Sammy? And Sammy, what have you been saying? Nothing, said Sammy. It's not just Sammy, interrupted Dixie. We all think it. She favours the West House, added Darius. And she kills dragons, finished Sammy. Whoa there, one at a time. That's quite an accusation, Sammy. You know that anyone who takes a dragon's life for their own gain is punished severely. Sammy shook his head. She has draconite. From reputable sources, I might add. Mrs. Grock and Sir Ragnarok, said Professor Burleigh. Surely you're not accusing them as well. No, sir. Captain Stronghammer said she killed Gillespie, Mary Beth's dragon, from the Dragon Ball match at the beginning of term. He said so. He did? Added Dixie. And Dr. Litherman showed Sammy the stones. Draconite? Asked Professor Burleigh. Yes, whispered Sammy, in a drinking glass. It was in yellow jelly stuff, and there was a blue-green stone at the bottom. She showed us 2 stones in class today, said Dixie. Professor Burleigh laughed. And you thought she'd killed the dragons to show you draconite? She wants to be immortal, said Sammy, feeling more and more stupid as the conversation went on. Professor Burleigh laughed harder. Really? He wiped a tear from his eye. You'll be doing that in a minute, Norris. She'll need 5 stones to do that, not just 2. That's why she was here tonight. To take our dragon stones, shouted Sammy, standing up, his hands gripping the desk. She's a murderer. Professor Burleigh frowned. You have quite an imagination, Sammy. Unlike you, Norris. Unlike you.
Helen Dewdney, The Complaining Cow, was reading from Sammy Rambles and the Floating Circus by J.T. Scott.